Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. Hope everyone has enjoyed this weekend. It hasn't been so bad as it with weather-wise. We can't grumble, especially when you look at the weather in Dubai. If half of that is right, does it really look real? Does it look real? Tornadoes, the way that they're showing them. Haven't seen them on the news, just seen that on social media. But I wouldn't like to be over there. Okay, how much does it cost you to get there? I know people who've been there and are probably thinking, wow, after that I'm not going back there at all. But hey ho, it's one of those things. We're just looking at mild weather, playing our grassroots football. We're very, very lucky indeed. And if that's all we can moan about, games being on, then what have we got to worry about? You know, the rest of the world going through trauma at the moment, and we're talking about grassroots football and games not being on. And I know this is the way it is. We've got to get used to it. No one is forgetting about the people across the world and what the trauma they're going through, but it's our culture with football, grassroots football, and it's a massive thing, and it's all we've got for the kids basically, to keep them out and about, and not just the kids, the adults. But the adults have got to learn to respect when they go out on a field of play, respect the referee, respect each other, and just go there and encourage the kids. You know, shaking hands costs nothing when you're out at grassroots football. It really doesn't. And if you can just get up in the morning and just say to yourself, I'm going to go out, support my child and everyone else's child on that football field, and just enjoy it. You know, just enjoy the game. Forget about the referee being on that football pitch. Leave the referee alone. If the referee blows for the decision, don't even attempt to question it. Just stand back, turn around, talk to your friends, your neighbour next door, and just make conversation, and just let the kids play the game and enjoy the game. That is what grassroots football is all about. And I put a post up there this morning and I had loads of feedback, and all it was basically saying, wouldn't it be nice if every club encouraged, clapped out loud and shook the hand of the referee, and then go home happy, win, lose or draw. That's what grassroots football in the real world should be all about. Unfortunately, it ain't, and not every club is going to adhere to what we've just talked about there, are they? You'll hope they will, but something will cross the minds of an irate parent or spectator, and all hell will break loose, as we've heard and seen lately. But when I say lately, I've got to admit, if you look this time last year, and you can turn around and say, yeah, the grass pitches have been off, is it all the trouble on the grass then? Because social media is being a lot quieter towards verbal abuse towards referees or aggressive behaviour, and it's nice, it really is nice to see that. You're just seeing not too many posts about referees being verbally abused. Maybe, you know, we're not hearing about it. We could make that excuse and say, yeah, but people don't talk about the ones. Well, social media brings to light every opportunity. They see something that's going on, it's on there. It is on there. And it's a pity we don't publicise enough all the positives within grassroots football. I think we'll go out with a video and just make it positive, and I think that's what we'll start adding to our show, because we want to see it, that it's really improved. It really has, because everyone is singing off the same song sheet and making a difference. And I'm hoping that you're all liking the campaign that we're doing from Don't Cross the Line. We've been bringing people together since 2003 with our REFspect campaign, and no ref, no game. And you know that we've got another initiative from Heart of Gold, and that is trying to get together with the likes of Col Fulton, who's part of it, and doing fundraisers, and we're doing activities and challenges just to make you aware of what the Heart of Gold is all about. And it's children, and we've seen this, and we saw the report with our local hospital, Alder Hayder, and we've heard that many kids are suffering with mental health issues, and this is due to the COVID outbreak, and kids missing school, kids trying to catch up on homework and they can't cope, and you know, they're having mental breakdowns. So you've got to understand, we're trying to build this and make awareness of it, and we're doing things behind the scenes. We're trying to do more challenges. and getting people together, and we want everyone to try and get on board with our other initiative from Don't Cross Line, which is Hearts of Gold, and we want to bring more communities together and support the kids if we can. And going back from grassroots football at the moment to Friday night and the race night with Col Fulton, and what he done was just amazing. As we said, we give a good show on that yesterday, and we still want to thank everyone who turned up on our behalf and raised as much funds as they possibly could, supporting us and making a difference with the Heart of Gold initiatives. Now, what we want to try and do is look into making a Heart of Gold Foundation. I think that'd be a great thing to do, and I really, really do. I want to look into something like that and how that works, and get this going. I really do want to get it going and help as many people as we possibly can. And we're not talking cash. You can't do that. You just got to get together and try and put a smile on the kids' faces. And we want to try and improve podcasting and get as many of those kids involved in this studio as we possibly can. And with our Heart of Gold initiatives, I think we can do that. I think we can make a massive difference for the kids, and give them something, give them a voice, and give them something to look forward to, and give them that confidence back. And that's what we want to try and do. And with Col's help, we can only do that. You know, that he raised us nearly £1,500 on Friday evening, and we can only applaud that. Well done to Col and all the team there who really pulled the stops out and helped us to raise those funds. And it gives us, I've got massive incentives as an initiative that I want to do, and you know, in the background we're working very, very hard, and you'll hear about it very soon as to what our next challenge will be and what we can try and do for awareness, and what we're going to do to help kids suffering with the mental health issues. And we want to just do as much as we possibly can. So a massive thanks to each and every one of you out there who supported our Hearts of Gold initiatives, and we're setting up a new GoFundMe page as well, so we'll let you know what that one is. But in the meantime, if you want to get in touch with me regarding it, mal@don'txtl.com, get in touch with me and we'll have a little chat. And also, we want to try and get as many kids as we can in here to do our podcasting, and our young commentators will train them up there, no problem whatsoever. Right, you've had grassroots football. I hope it went well for you today. I hope there was loads of REFspect on and off the field of play, and you looked after your referee. That's what it's all about, you know. Forgetting that the referee comes out, shake the hand of the referee, and then concentrate on just encouraging your children or other kids' children as well on that football field, because they're playing a game there, and you've got to admire and just enjoy what they're doing. Cast your mind back when you were a child. I keep emphasising this all the time. Cast your mind back and think of the things that you enjoyed. Yeah, and I bet your football was one of them and you'd enjoy playing it, but what you didn't like was if someone started having a little go at you, whether it's a manager, whether it's your mum, your dad, whoever it be, your brother, sister, putting you down a little bit, or your friends putting you down at the way you played and what you couldn't do, and you remember all those things. You really, really do. It comes back to you to haunt you as a child, and you don't want to remember those situations. All you want is the good situations, but unfortunately they're stuck in your mind. And this is what we want to try and take away from those kids. Bad thoughts, bad memories, we want to take that away, and you can help us take that away by being an extra special role model, because that's what you are first and foremost. Mums and dads, brothers and sisters, family are all the role models to those kids on that football pitch, regardless, or any sport activity. So you've got to remember what those kids are going through, and if you can encourage them, and if you can applaud them, loud clapping, say well done, regardless. Don't put them down as to how they're playing and what they're not doing. They need to enjoy it, they need to get that smile on their face. Now, our kids performed yesterday and they didn't really, if you know what I mean, and then there's a few goals, but they weren't up for it. But at the end of it, you've got to talk to them, you've got to say to them, you know, get out of bed earlier, go to bed earlier, that's what it is. Don't waste your time. in bed and come and start performing on the football pitch and enjoying yourselves, because they were still, when they're still half asleep, and I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. You can tell when kids are tired. You can really tell. They don't want to come off, but they don't want to do anything else, and they're very slow to communicate with you. You can tell they're not listening, they're switched off, their mind's elsewhere, and you can see that, and that really portrays the message to you. So you really need to encourage them more, and they'll go down, they'll be injured, they'll be, you know, because they want attention, and they're 7-year-old kids, and that's what you've got to give them. You've got to let them develop their own little way, but also encourage them as much as you can. And that goes for parents on the football pitch as well. Let's encourage the kids. Yeah, if they don't perform well, there's always next week to perform well. You want to find out why they haven't performed well. And 9 times out of 10, we find out that they went to bed late and they got up and just dragged themselves out of bed in the morning, you know. So, yeah, these things happen, and it's just letting the kids enjoy themselves, give them the good memories. You know, they're not going to remember those or start thinking about they were bad memories getting out of bed late. They're not. The bad memories are going to come from the sidelines. That's what's going to happen, because if you're still or an adult and you're verbally abusing a referee or a spectator, whatever it may be, those kids will witness that. Those kids will be traumatised about that, and that's what will stick in their memory. They don't want to see adults fighting. They're too young to see that, to witness it, and that goes on the pitch as well. If you start shouting at those kids and having a go at them, they'll always have those memories. So we should remember that ourselves. So we should stop, switch off, count to 10 and start thinking encouragement. If my child's got loads of encouragement, week in, week out, they're going to have the best memories ever. And that is what we want to try and instill in Don't Cross the Line, and to all the spectators who attend grassroots football games week in, week out, you know, and especially the mums and dads, that kids, we want them to have good memories if we possibly can. We don't want any busts up, we don't want any fighting, we don't want any argument, we don't want bullying, we don't want any racist comments, we don't want any aggressive behaviour. We want to cancel all that out and have a zero tolerance towards that, and try and make the football team that they're in the best that they've ever been involved in, something that they want to enjoy and take with them for the rest of their lives, and the friendships that they build up. And if you encourage friendships, even better, because kids will grow up. You bring kids together, they can be the best of mates right the way through their life, and that's what it's all about, bringing people and the communities together. And that's what we've been doing since 2003, and we intend to carry on as long as we possibly can. But if you look at social media, we go back to that, I think it's making a difference within grassroots football, because people are starting to get the message that you cannot go out there and dictate from the sidelines. You cannot be a referee, you cannot be a manager if you've got none of the credentials, you cannot be involved. And parents are slowly but surely starting to get that message. And the authorities, your county FAs, are acting a little bit stronger, and the FA a little bit stronger towards these teams, towards these coaches, managers who are verbally abusive and show aggressive behaviour when they're in front of these children, and it's a safeguarding matter, and we're getting that through to the heads of these irate parents and spectators, and even coaches as well. It's making a difference, it really is. It's all about making a difference and making the game improved for not just the referee, for your children as well. Remember that. When we go back to the referees, because that's where it all starts from. They're the targets, they are the ones who get dictated to, shouted at, verbally abused, and all the kids around them are witnessing it. It's what you've got to instill in your head when you get up in the morning. I've got to behave myself. And if you feel that you're going to be irate on the day, or you've had a night out the night before your game, your child's game, get someone else to take them. Get someone else to take them. If you feel that you think that referee is there to lose you the game, then you're totally out of order, because all the referees, regardless, are impartial. So you've got to let them, they're not just on your game, they're on each game, different games after every kick-off. Excuse me, I'll have a drop of water in a minute, but you've got to understand, yeah, they're there to make a few pennies, but they're there through thick and thin, through water, through rain, through snow, through winds, the cold weather. We can all, after the game, go to the cafe, get a nice hot cup of tea, but they're still on that pitch waiting for the next game to come out. And I've seen some referees absolutely freezing cold and really suffering themselves, and they've gone out and they've stayed there with those kids, you know what I mean? And of course they can make mistakes. We all will, because the song goes, we're only human after all. So you've got to respect those referees and the work that they do, and just forget that they're there when you go to watch your team playing football. We need to keep the REFspect campaign going. We had the awareness weekend, which is absolutely fantastic, and we can't thank the governing bodies, and especially the PFA, enough with the PGMOL. They are the Premier League's referees and officials who wore our t-shirts during the warm-ups. Now there's a big appeal. I need an appeal. Michael Oliver was in charge on the Everton game with his team. Now anyone who went to that game early, any Evertonian, could you please tell me if they wore the t-shirts during the warm-ups? I know other grounds all done them, but I just wanted to know, because I've been trying to get some feedback on the Everton game, and if they came out with the t-shirts, and if they have any photographs from the Everton game, Everton-Burnley game, please send them in if you can. That's all I want, and I want to find out, you know, if we can. Just let me know. If you were there for the Jordan warm-ups and you saw the referees wearing the t-shirt, please, man@don'ttexttheline.com. Get in touch with me, let me know. If you've got any photographs, even better, send them in to me, please. Okay, we've only got 3 minutes left of the full weekend show, and then we've got a busy week ahead, I assure you. It's been great to be out and about and meeting up with people once again at Jeffrey Humble, especially the staff. The staff are fantastic there, because the cafe is a lot busier and they've got bigger queues and they're getting through them, and they're doing a really good job. So whenever you go to these cafes, whenever you go to these hubs, respect the staff as well there, please, because they're only doing a job and they're trying to get through and save as many people as they possibly can. They don't need verbal abuse towards them thrown or directed at them. They're great staff, they're making a difference, they're only doing their job. So respect everyone when you go to grassroots football, and your committees as well. They are only doing the job, but they are there week in, week out, putting fixes on for yourselves to make sure that you can go out there and have a great game with your kids being involved as well. So they do the fixtures, they do the referees. You imagine all that work, and you're just turning up with your child, put them in a team and walking away and going back home, visit your family, or going out for the day, while committee members are still there making sure that all the games go on as expected, with loads of respect on and off the field of play. So whenever you go out to watch your child play any sport and activity, take a back seat, remember, give loads of encouragement, and make sure your child's happy and enjoying themselves, because win, lose or draw, it's the taking part that really does count, and the kids will always have those good memories. So don't forget, the season is coming to an end, and it's really coming to an end, not just in the Premier League, but also at grassroots football. So there's cup finals going on now, and we'll be finishing our season very soon indeed, and we're amalgamating with someone else, and I'll talk about that very soon indeed when that happens. But in the meantime, whenever you're out and about, please respect your referee, respect each other, enjoy the day, and encourage your children to play. And not just your children, everyone else, because when you see them play, they're playing as a team. Let's all be a team together, whether opposition, whether it's another team, wherever they're from. Always remember that they're there to develop their skills, and also the referees are trying to develop their skills to move that one step higher to the Premier League. Some of them will do, some of them won't do, just like the footballers, you know, the kids out there as well. Some will make it, some won't. Unfortunately, that's the way life is. Thanks very much for joining us on the last weekend of the, it's nearly May. Oh my God, it's nearly May. We'll be back again with the Grassroots Show on Friday evening with our young commentators. Hopefully we'll have no apologies, and we'll get loads and loads of feedback on the weekend just gone with the Premier League and the week that's about to come with the Merseyside derby as well. Wow, what a game. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again tomorrow evening. No, we won't. On Friday evening with our young commentators. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, enjoy what's football, Premier League, these games, if they're on, and look forward on Merseyside to that Premier League game on Wednesday. And please, everyone, be safe. It's going to be a really, really intense game of football, I assure you. From myself, Mal Lee, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, REFspect campaign, and our Heart of Goals initiatives. Have a great weekend, put your feet up and relax, and we'll see you on Friday. Good night, God bless.